Hey, this is Johnny Beane. It is May 8th, 2020, 8:01 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:01 real time. Come on. It's still sunny out here. California time. We got David Nesdahl.
Hey.
Who looks really nervous tonight.
No, not at all.
It's his first show ever.
I was having some issues. I had the external speakers on, and it wouldn't. When I went to the computer, it didn't want to change over to my headphones, but it did.
Oh, awesome! Awesome. So, hello, everybody. This is what show is this? Happy birthday, Alex Van Halen. You're AJ? Jay Haddon, everybody.
Sorry, I'm late. I look like I'm late too.
You look like you just woke up.
No, I didn't just wake up, but we just had dinner, and I'm yeah, I smell like food, but that's all right. Now I'm blurry because my lighting is shitty. Hold on.
I don't smell you. Thank God.
Wow. Let's see. Where are we? Man, they could make these controls a little easier. Just a little bit. Yeah, really quickly. Well, not really. We got 2 hours. Okay. This was going to be the show tonight, right here. Okay. And then I got a message from Greg saying that he had to reschedule. So Greg will be here, just not tonight.
I'm leaving then.
Yeah, and actually, I got the message. Actually, he sent me the message like 6 in the morning, my time, but I didn't see it till like noon, my time. And I had already tweeted everything out, posted everything out. And I've never had to erase anything, from the internet,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know there's some people out there that wish, everything was deleted, but I've never had to erase anything. And it was really easy to delete all those posts. It was very easy to do. So thank you, internet. There you go.
That's to all the people coming in late, like me.
Yeah. So I figured we'd keep everything, keep it rolling, Van Halen, because it is Alex's birthday. So,
is everyone's audio a little robotic sounding, or is it just me?
Just you.
Just you. What you have to do is you have to that Brazzers queue that you got full. You gotta pause it. You gotta pause the download queue.
I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
Then you should be fine.
Yeah, and the uploading.
Oh, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, I instead of making tonight another talking guitars, program, we'd keep it Van Halen related, which they all kind of are anyway. So we'll talk about Alex Van Halen. And actually, the Eddie Van Halen accounts just posted happy birthday to Alex, literally just minutes ago, and I didn't do that. I don't know what just happened.
Uh-oh.
So I guess
he's popped out to reset his audio or something.
Yeah. So anyway, here's the picture that was just posted. Very, very, very nice picture. Very nice.
Oh, there you go.
There it is. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, it's David Nesdahl.
I'm back.
Hey, it's the guy from Nez Says.
Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. That was just posted literally, I don't know, 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, but when was that taken? That's got to be 2015.
Looks about it.
I don't know. No idea. Anyway, very cool. And so we can talk about our favorite Alex Van Halen, drum solos, You know, all that stuff. Are there any drummers in here, by the way? Wow. Okay, really quickly here. You guys, you can become a channel member. And we have executive producers like Charles Green, Robbie Johnston, Music Therapy Laz, David Ennis. Great talking to you yesterday, David. Mike Neese, thank you very much for all your donations, man. All your help. Connor Johnson, 5150, Michael Smith, Some Dave Dude. And thank you again, you guys. Oh, and really quickly. Huh? John B.O.? Oh, cool. Thanks, man.
Cool.
We'll use that. Thank you, man.
Our producer, John BL, just chimed in with a cool website we're going to show in a few minutes.
Very cool. Very cool. That sounds awesome. Before I forget, if you guys that are watching, if you scroll down a little bit, I put a bunch of the commands in the description of the video. So feel free to just spam the chat all you want with those.
I don't see it. Oh, wait. I see it. I see it now.
Oh, well, I'm not on YouTube, so.
Exclamation point wiener. What does that do?
I don't know. Try it.
That must go to John Mancuda.
Hold on a second. What happened here?
Man, my lighting. Brendan. Huh? Have I seen the story about... No, well, yeah. Yeah, I saw that, but I'd rather not talk about that.
Oh, yeah. We'll probably have to... Everybody, I'm sure, can read up on that.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
So who's in here? Who's watching? Who's watching our very first show ever?
Go ahead, Jay.
Oh, I got to do okay.
Yeah, you're not the guest tonight.
We got Michael Nightbot, Brendan Buttcheeks, Bry the Sign Guy, Mr. BHB Jr. I think that might be Bruce, guys.
That's Bruce.
Hal Face is here. Riley Morgan, 7/8. I don't know why he's here. Gary Big G Tholander, Amanda Coombs, Joe Hervey, 84. Kenko Dor, Sandra Picorni. Is that right?
Yeah.
AI Gaming, Joe Hervey, 84 again. Come on, some other people comment here. John Bulware is here. His old band. I got the t-shirt back there.
Oh, awesome.
Sean Mahoney. Bill Spruce is here. We need to get Proctor. Somebody's got to name themselves Proctor so we can have Mahoney and Proctor and maybe even a Captain Harris or a Captain Mauser. Yowzer.
Oh, that's funny.
Harris was in more of those shows, more of those movies than Mauser.
I know.
Mauser was just in one.
I know, but he was so good in it. He was so good. Caleb Rappaport from, I believe, the band he's in is Nerd Halen.
There it is.
Nerd Halen. Grant Fisher.
Since I lost all that weight, this shirt fits again. I've lost like 15 pounds.
Jesus. Really?
Yep.
You're starting to blend in with the chair behind you. You can't even tell the difference now.
I know, man. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why you didn't really see this shirt for the past year, because it was too tight.
I thought it was a string hanger from your shorts. Speaking of Nerd Halen.
Speaking of shorts.
We got a little bit of Nerd Halen on Instagram today. Who's this cute little guy?
Oh. Wow.
That's my little boy, Killian. So
awesome, man.
Yep. Pretty cool. So thanks to Caleb and the boys for sending out the shirt.
Is it a shirt, or is it a
It's
onesie?
It's a onesie, yeah.
So technically, that's a shirt and pants, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Sort of.
Nerd Halen.
Sound like you're vomiting.
So it's cool too. I didn't notice this until Jeannie was holding him a little while ago. On the back of the onesie, at Nerd Halen, right in the middle of the back. I was like, that's a good idea, right there.
Awesome.
Yep.
Bill Spruce, welcome, man.
He says, put an Iron Maiden shirt on him. Hey, if you want to send it, you let me know.
Let's see. All right. I'll look for that website that John Beale just sent over.
All right. Well, in the meantime, Dave,
Yes.
what as far as some Alex Van Halen stuff, like what parts of his drumming kind of stick out to you, and what when you listen to Van Halen, what do you like about his drumming?
Well, the first of all, the second you hear his snare drum, it's him.
Yeah.
Of any drummer on the planet.
For better or for worse.
Yeah, depending on the record, know it's Alex Van Halen when you hear that snare drum. And when you hear when he rides on his crash cymbals, which God only knows why anyone would ride on their crash cymbals, it's Alex Van Halen. But he's one of the best drummers on the planet. Just really is,
Oh, he's in my my top 2.
Really? Wow. Yeah, he's definitely a great rock drummer. And just the energy and the power that he played with, plays with, whatever you want to say. And you know what I find interesting too? If you listen to Balance, in my opinion, that is his most intricate record. There's a lot of accents he does, and a lot of drum beats he does that really you could tell he spent a lot of time coming up with those drum parts. And that's one thing about Balance and I love the drum sound on Balance. That kick drum hits you right in the chest. And it's just, in my opinion, it's a great sounding record overall.
On Seventh Seal.
Yeah.
Very beginning, man. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, just to me, Balance, that's one of my favorite things about Balance is his drumming on that record.
On Balance.
It's very balanced.
The drums are very balanced.
I think he was a better drummer when he was a drunk.
Well, it's funny because we've talked about the tempos on Live Without a Net, and for the most part, I like those songs a little. I know, like you say with Dave, Panama, you said was it
way too fast? Yeah, I don't like when they speed up the song, when they play them faster. I kind of like album speed, or maybe a tiny bit faster. But all those songs, Ain't Talking About Love was too fast. Everything was too fast.
See, I'm kind of on the fence because I feel like live songs, I want to feel that live adrenaline because those guys they're amped up. And I understand what you're saying about certain songs or certain parts might be like the groove kind of gets sucked out of them if you're playing them too fast. But I still think that when you watch that video, that DVD, there's still groove. Like Alex is still pounding the shit and there's still groove even when the songs are a little too fast.
Yeah.
I just love it. I think it's great. I think when you watch the OU812 tour, when they played in Japan, I think some of those songs, in my opinion, are too slow for live. So
I think that I'd rather see it that way, but that's me.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing is, like I said, I think he was a better drummer drunk. Let me read it. Let me get into that a little deeper. He took more chances when he wasn't sober, when he was a drunk. He always landed on his feet. He was more interesting. When he became sober, he took less chances. He became more
stiff,
straightforward. And I mean, all right, it's just the drums in Van Halen. but I don't want it to just be the drums of Van Halen. I like Van Halen for the whole shebang. Mm-hmm. And when he became boring, it's not like, maybe that's a bit harsh.
It's his birthday, man. Come on.
No. Well, listen.
He's probably watching this.
We're going to talk.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the hell?
Happy birthday, Eddie, Alex.
Who's this guy?
Happy birthday. I'm just telling you how it is. I'm always going to tell it how it is in my heart. I love the band. I love Alex. I love Eddie, Mike, Wolf. I love them all. They're great. But I'm telling you that I thought he was a better drummer when he wasn't sober. I don't want him to not be sober. I'd rather him be sober, but and we'll just deal with the way he plays drums. That's all.
See, I think when you watch the old Roth era live videos, those songs are too fast. The majority.
Yes and no. They're a bit faster, but they're not as fast as anything that was on 50 on Live Without a Net. Everything on Live Without a Net was way faster, way faster.
I think the 1984 tour was the fastest.
That was too. It was too fast.
That was faster than anything.
Unchained. It was like on 78 speed. It was horrible.
Yeah. But they were on fire though. The 1984 tour.
Well, and other things too.
The 1984 tour and the 5150 tour. Those are like their two biggest tours if you think about it. Because 84 they were the biggest with Roth. Yeah. And then that next step, with Sammy.
Mm-hmm. See, I kind of feel like when Roth was in the band, well, still, they're like, let's just say the 84 tour, for instance, right? I think they played things faster. And in my opinion, the tightness suffered. Like it was a little sloppy if you listen to that, that earlier stuff, like on the 84 tour. But when Sammy got in the band, I think as a band, they really tried to tighten up, even though things were still fast. They really tried to hone in and play the stuff really, really well.
Well, I don't think it was they. I think Sammy made that happen. I really do. I think Sammy came up with the endings. And and they screwed them up until they learned them finally. He really put the reins on Eddie and Alex.
Yeah, but I don't think it was him telling them. I think it was just one of those things where maybe you get complacent in a band after a while. Maybe you're with the same guys, same stuff is happening, and then all of a sudden a new guy comes in that is really crushing it. You're like, yo, we gotta step our game up too, and then the fire is kind of reignited under you, and you want to do it as good as well as possible, which I kind of think, in my opinion, is it really happened. Like all those guys, a fire got lit under their ass, and they were like, hey, Sammy's nailing everything. Like we gotta do it.
Yeah, I agree with that. But if it wasn't for Sammy coming in and being that guy, it wouldn't have happened. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Sammy is reining them in. That's the same thing you're saying. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that they said, no, we're not doing it, and Sammy made it happen. Sammy made it happen, and he just did it.
Hey, CHS, Craig.
And that doesn't mean I'm a huge
Craig.
We're not. I'm not going to get into Sammy versus Dave. I'm just saying that Live Without a Net was, in my opinion, the songs were just way too fast for me, and it's valid enough. Doesn't make me wrong. Doesn't make me right.
Yeah, I agree.
Were they? I never thought Without a Net was too fast.
Well, I'm saying it's cool that Dave. It's fine that Dave thinks that. Like I'm not. Like you said, it's a taste thing or an opinion. I'm not going to argue. The only song, like when I listen to it, like Dave said earlier, is Panama. That's the one song where you're like, well, this thing is cooking. But in my opinion, I like, like One Way to Rock. That to me is a perfect live tempo. Like the energy is pumping. And then when you hear him play it on the All You Get 1 2 tour, it's slower. And to me, it doesn't have the same energy to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, the first time, I'll be honest with you, the first time I heard One Way to Rock was on the Live Without a Net. I didn't even know it was a Sammy Hagar song. I thought it was a Van Halen song. And then, I come to learn that it was a Sammy Hagar song, and it's played slower, and it's even totally it's a different the whole song is different, pretty much, or the whole ending.
Yeah, Eddie
they
really
rewrote it
made
for
that
Eddie
song a
to
Van
solo
Halen
on
song.
it.
Yeah.
They rewrote it for Eddie to solo on it, and that's fine.
Well, they both
So
solo.
I was okay with that song
traded
being
solo.
faster. Yeah, I was okay with that song being faster because that's the first way I heard it. So, you know, it
was the first way to rock.
Right.
Well, the way that I'm assuming Eddie is the one who kind of said, "Hey, Sammy, let's, if we're going to play this, why don't we kind of rearrange the song a little bit to make it a little more, so we both can kind of trade stuff." And the track is a little bit rearranged. And I think it's almost like it turned into a Van Halen song. It was that version is like the best version. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that version that's on Live Without a Net is like the version.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, because you hear them doing that song on different, the different dates of that tour, or even the other tours, they still did it. It wasn't the same as that particular. There was something about that version of it.
Right. I mean, there's something about that version of pretty much every song they played. I mean, it's, I've heard, like all of us, I've heard several different shows from that tour, and it seems like they weren't that tight, on the road, but they happen to be extremely tight for New Haven, Connecticut.
Where?
Huh? You mean New Halen?
Yeah, that too.
New Halen.
Yeah, and that was actually the second song on the.
Yeah, the first song was "You Really Got Me."
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Which I think is blasphemy, man. That One Way to Rock is that should be the maybe it's just like you guys said when we all saw that video for the first time, that was the opening track. So maybe it's just, to me, that should be the opening track.
Well, they did open it. They did open with that song on several other on a couple other tours at least, and they I think some shows they did open with that. But most of them. And why would you?
I don't think
why would you be Van Halen and not open up with?
I don't think they've ever opened with that song.
Are you sure about that?
John B.O.
Well, that tour was
No, I don't think they ever did. No, because on the Monsters of Rock tour, they opened up with Summer Nights and then went into that, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
So you switched guitars after one song?
Right?
I don't remember that.
John Biel, the Monsters of Rock tour, they opened with Summer Nights. And I'm thinking the 0812, maybe the show I saw, they might have opened with Summer Nights as well.
No, the 0812, they play Summer Nights not first because Sammy says something like it might be cold outside, but it feels like summer in here.
Mm-hmm. But the show that I saw in Lincoln, Nebraska,
Honey.
I don't remember it being in New York. I don't remember it being first.
It's funny how we're like arguing about what song they play.
What did you just say?
I don't know.
John BL, look up and see some 0812 set lists on FM.fm or whatever that is. Yeah, though, but the Live Without a Net, man. Yeah, I watched that thing. I went through 2 different VHS tapes of that. And then DVD. I got.
What?
Thank you, John Beal. Huh? In 1988, they opened with One Way to Rock.
Wow.
John Beal, wait a minute.
Never wrong. Never.
I don't know. Well, and maybe, dude, you're thinking 88. Well, okay. Monsters of Rock, though, I don't think they opened with that.
I think they opened with it during the OU812 tour in Long Island, at the Coliseum. I'm almost positive. It was either that or they opened with "You Really Got Me" again. I can't remember, but it wasn't Summer Nights.
Because I remember, before I realized that they played "You Really Got Me" as the opening track for the New Halen show. I always thought it's strange that, like, why would you switch guitars after one song live? It just,
Okay.
Just weird to me.
Okay, November. Okay, yeah, this is for the 0812 tour. They open. Okay. All right. Well, David Nesdahl, for once, he's actually right about something.
For one.
Well, according to this website, anyway.
That's Dave's website, last edited by David Nesdahl 5 minutes ago. Like Wikipedia.
Nesdallpedia. Nespedia. Okay, so for the 0812 portion of the, because see, you guys, there was 2 different tours that year, which not a lot of people, unless you're hella nerds like us. There was the Monsters of Rock summer tour, then there was the 0812 winter tour that was afterwards. I saw them during the winter tour, and according to Nespedia, it says there's only one way to rock, and then into Summer Nights.
Wow.
Okay.
So after one song, you're changing your guitar. Whatever. You're Eddie Van Halen. It doesn't really matter. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. I mean, and you got to realize also that he was using the 5150 guitar for at least an hour or two backstage before the show. And probably wanted to make sure it was in tune for the rest of the show. You never saw him tune up.
What?
Well,
5150 Fly Guys here. Thrash Metal and Fun Riffs. Ron Pio. We got some new cats coming in. Metalhead Hippie. Thomas Santiago. Bent Tom. And everybody else that's joining late. How's everybody doing tonight? Thrash Metal brings up something I used to think of as well. He says, where the hell did it go now? I guess I really only watched Headbangers Ball, which played metal. Headbangers Ball, we all used to set our VCRs and record it and stuff, even while we're watching it. But, they've always talked about that. When you're watching Headbangers Ball, they'll be playing like, Exodus, and they'll be playing, Cannibal Corpse. And then all of a sudden they're playing like Poison. And
then it's a Skittles commercial.
Yeah, no. But it's one of those things where, like, for some reason they still had to throw in, like the glam stuff in the middle of you're playing all this super duper heavy crap. And
if you wanted to watch all the weird stuff, you'd watch 120 minutes.
Yeah.
That's where you got all.
I hated that show.
I couldn't stand it either. I didn't like it.
So you're up at 4 o'clock in the morning because you can't sleep, and then you're watching MTV, and it's like 120 minutes. Like, really? I gotta sit through these boring granola videos.
Yeah.
Granola music videos. It's like, ugh, give me a break.
Oh my gosh.
God's Bowling.
What was that?
It's the tenant upstairs. I can't do anything about it.
Grab a guitar and start blasting them.
Yeah, I'm going to do that during the show.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody, put number 1 in the chat if you want to see that. And also, hey, Lynn.
Hey, Lynn.
Hey, Lynn. Good to see you, Lynn.
Boner Jams is here.
I tell you what, Jay, when you come over here, I'll let you do it.
And Lynn, good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, it's Jay. It's all Jay.
Yeah. Are you not in a good mood tonight, Dave?
I'm in a good mood.
Uh-oh. It's always the opposite.
No,
it's the opposite day. It's opposite
Lynn wants
day.
to see that. There's a number 1. Go grab your first guitar, which was the broomstick.
Mm-hmm.
Man, remember doing the rubber bands and the cardboard? Like taking a piece of cardboard box.
Oh, it's the guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else.
Yeah. Remember that? And then you're like, man, when if the rubber bands are too tight, the box just burnt.
No.
That was fun, man.
No, I don't remember never doing that.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
We finally have a drummer here.
Oh.
He says, shout out to Jay's Barber.
Nice.
Yep. So Optimus Thrice, Jimmy, what is your opinion on Alex Van Halen's drumming? Nesdal's out of here. He's like, I can't take these guys tonight.
I don't know. I'll do this until he comes back. Let's see. Rubber Band Man, Johnny Crankster says. Rubber Band Man.
Rubber Band Man.
What are we talking about? 120 minutes. I'd probably like that show more now than I did back then. You know, I'm actually more into that type of stuff now. You know, those bands and that type of. It was like what? It was like college, a lot of like college rock, right?
And indie stuff, right? Wasn't it a lot of indie shit?
It was a lot of the stuff that kind of became some of it kind of became like grunge, I think, or like the Seattle stuff a little later on.
So I'd probably feel the same way I do now about it. I do remember watching it and like not really enjoying a lot of it. You know? But no, I think when you're younger, you know, you have kind of at the age I guess I was, you kind of like, you know, I don't think I was branching out too much into the weird stuff. It
could be you could go, well, maybe I shouldn't say that. You could do. I think when you're younger, either you're really into one type of thing, or you're into everything. You know.
Well, when somebody says, you know, when you ask somebody what kind of music you into, and they say, "Oh, I listen to everything." Those are the people that the music conversation just stops with me, and I don't ask any questions at all. I'm like, what do you mean everything? You know.
Well, I mean that's pretty much my answer. You know, because I do.
We can just stop talking about music then.
I do listen to everything. You know,
but you really don't.
But it's. I mean, I listen to everything, but it's not that I like everything. But I'm willing to listen to pretty much everything there is because you can always learn. You can always take something from it.
Even I think. So
even if it's
difference. So even if
even if it's not musical, even if you listen, man, this music sucks, but the production is cool, or that sound, that this song is terrible, but the sound of that guitar is cool. You know, you can always take something from something. I think.
I agree with that, but I think personally. The way I am, and I know it's not the coolest because I know Jeannie gets annoyed with this as well, is like if music is on that I don't like, I'm terrible to be around. It bothers me. Like music to me is not background music. Like when music is on, I'm like focused on it, you know. And if it's something that I don't dig, I'm like, oh my God. Like I get angry. And like, do I have to listen to this shit?
Well, like what? Like what can you name a song or name a song.
Jeannie, if Jeannie's in the chat or watching, give me a band that you know that comes on and I'm like.
Besides Pearl Jam.
No, well, the first two albums are excellent. I don't know. If she comments, she'll I'll tell you. But yeah, I wish I could listen to everything and like you said though, Johnny, you know, I'll listen to something that I might not like and I'll be like, those drums sound awesome, or that's a great guitar tone, but it still bugs me that I don't like, you know, stuff.
That's kind of how I am now with new country. Although 20 years ago in the year 2000, that's not all I listened to, but that was a big part of what I was listening to back then was all the new country stuff. And boner jams, Jay making fun of music he doesn't like. No, that's never happened.
Yeah, you don't know how many times I'll get a text or a call from Brian, and he's like, "Hey man, check out the new song by so and so," and then he'll like send me like the link to it, you know, whether it's a YouTube link to the video or just the audio, or whatever. And then like I'll check it out, and I won't respond to him. And then like I'll talk to him a few days later. He's like, "Hey, did you ever check that song out?" And I'll be like, "Yeah." I'll kind of leave it at that, you know.
Thank you, Boner Jams.
Well, Jeannie's ripping me a new butthole through text right now.
Oh my gosh.
She's saying she's listing a whole bunch of never mind. She goes Dallas Green, Taking Back Sunday, Fall Out Boy, all the Punk Goes acoustic CDs, Chiodos. And I'm gonna get hammered for this one. John Mayer.
Oh.
It's his voice. His guitar playing is phenomenal. I'm not taking anything away from the guy. He's super talented, great guitar player. But when he sings, it's just like, to me, I'm like, oh my God, like make it stop. You know, one of those. And I know I'm gonna get hammered for it, but
I mean, you know, he's a huge Van Halen guy, huge supporter of Jason Becker, which I hear might be here next week. Maybe. Maybe.
Wow.
Maybe next Saturday, maybe. Either way. Yeah, he's a huge supporter of a lot of the cool stuff that we like. Hey, Jim Severin. And as far as what I was saying about the country stuff, back 20 years ago, that was huge on the radio. The new country, the Faith Hill, the Dixie Chicks,
like the crossover country or country rock, whatever they.
Yeah, because really a lot of that, the Shania Twain, because a lot of that stuff, it is metal, really.
Excuse me.
It's the metal. All those guys that played metal.
Oh yeah.
Back then, they're the ones playing all that stuff.
Yes.
That's most of them. A lot of them.
Yep. Well, I know because I used to hear the same thing from Jimmy Optimus Thrice in the chat. He used to say like, a lot of these like death metal drummers and stuff like that. Like, you don't think they're super. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, a lot of them are just amazing players that aren't just speed. And then he'd say the same thing about guys that are like in country bands. Like, oh, that drummer, excellent. He used to play in a death metal band or something. You're right. Those guys are great musicians. That's one thing I'll never take away from country music is like the musicianship of a lot of those guys is just off the charts.
Yeah. You got to be really good to be doing that stuff.
You got to be good to be bad.
But yeah. So as far as me listening to everything, I'll listen to anything, and I'll take something from it. But,
okay, so you will listen to anything or everything, or you do listen to everything. That's the argument that I'm kind of trying to make.
I'll listen to it long enough, to turn it off. But I'll find something about it. There'll be something about it that I'll take away from it, as far as the way something sounds or a part. And actually, I was gonna talk to you about. Oh, that's perfect. Dave's not here. I was gonna say we should do a show, or we should do something on production.
Ooh, would people like to see that
on recording? I think that would be awesome.
Now you got my pants tight. Yeah,
because I've used different. I've used Adobe Audition mainly for the past so many years, and I started on Cakewalk, and we won't talk about this too long right now, but
because then Dave will never come back on the show tonight if we start talking about this.
Yeah. But I'm really into Logic now, so I'm having to relearn a lot of the stuff that I can already do on a different system. I'm having to relearn all that stuff, and it's frustrating.
I bet,
because I know what I know, the sound. I know, you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, there was a time about a year and a half ago. My Pro Tools license, I let it lapse, And with Avid, they don't like when you do that, and they charge you to redo your license. And you know what I do, I kind of need to have like everything updated and all the whatever. So I was like, all right, I guess I have to re-up my license, and I found out how much it was going to cost me, and I was pissed. And I was like, I'm leaving Pro Tools. Screw this. I've been using it since 2003 or whatever it was, but screw it, I'm out. So my bass player Chris, he uses Studio One, so he was kind of talking me into like, dude, use Studio One. It's great. It's kind of like Pro Tools. It does more than Pro Tools, like all this stuff. So I'm like, all right, I'll try it out. Well, I open up the first session, and I don't know where anything is. And I was like, at this point of this stage, like, because I had to start a project like right after that. I said, I can't relearn a whole new DAW.
It sucks.
Yeah,
it sucks because it's like, you know exactly what you want to do. You're looking at stuff, and it's like, yeah, that, you know, that's a play button, but you go and you push it, it's not.
Yeah,
it's something else.
All the hotkeys are different. You know, you're using a hotkey for Pro Tools to do this, and then it's doing the like something else, and you're like, whoa, what did I just do?
Yep.
You know, and you have no idea.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. Yep. But at the same time, it's exciting because you're learning. You know, you're learning new stuff. And anyway,
I don't know. I was like, nope, I'm gonna re-up my Pro Tools license and suck it. You know, I just sucked it.
Yeah. I've heard bad things about those guys, man.
Yes. But if you're going to be doing, like, for the most part, you know, like the last two out of the last 3 sessions I worked on, the other engineer was working with Pro Tools as well. And instead of just, you know, exporting all the files, all the waves, we're just, hey, I'm going to send you the session. So in that sense, it's a lot easier. And a lot of the major engineers, they do use Pro Tools because it's been around for so long. And I guess it's the same situation with me. Like, maybe you did try something else, but you just couldn't get used to it. And you're like, I'm just going to keep using Pro Tools because this is what you're used to.
Yeah. And one of my issues is I'm using Adobe Audition on the PC, which I can do anything. Now I'm using Logic Pro X on the Mac, so it's just frustrating. It's got to be really frustrating because a Mac, everything is flipped, in as far as like where the windows are, or the close buttons and all this stuff. Literally, it's like a mirror image of Windows. So when you're throwing on learning a new DAW on top of it, that's where the hell am I looking here? You know, it's got to be really, really weird. Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, man.
Hey, sorry, Brandy had an accident.
Is you all right?
I had to clean it up.
Is that what that sound was?
No.
But back to the whole, you know, digital audio workstation thing. Like, for the most part, they all do the same thing. It's just, you know, I don't like to get in those arguments of like, well, why don't you use this? This is better than that. Use what you like using. Use what you're used to. It's, you know,
you can use anything. You can pretty much bounce. You can make everything talk to each other at some point. You know, Bill Spruce. Amazing when you consider all the greatest music we all love was recorded onto tape. That's right, man.
Before the
Thank you, Bruce.
Well, nowadays, I mean, anything over the past, you know,
or Bill.
years.
Sorry, Bill. Thank you, Bill. I said Bruce. Bill Spruce. Bill Spruce. Yeah, I know. But see, now people want the tape sound.
So
they don't want to go back to using tape.
No,
they don't want to have to splice the tape, and because you got to be really, you know, the two greatest musicians, the two greatest things to play country music, you got to be awesome, and to work with tape, you got to be awesome.
Yeah,
you know. but everybody, they want that tape sound now. And yeah, you can use plugins and get the tape saturation, and even on my iPad, I've got little tape recorder apps where I can like spin the wheels around and all that, you know.
Well, I know the bigger bands that have the big recording budgets, they'll record drums and bass to tape and then transfer it to Pro Tools and then do the rest of the record, you know, and they'll do all the other instruments just digitally.
Yeah.
But that, you know, if you have the budget to do that, because tape is expensive as shit now.
Yeah. Right.
And then and sorry to cut you off, but the positive thing about doing that as well is that if you are transferring it over to digital from tape, then you can do the edits there. So you actually don't have to splice, even if you are working with tape nowadays. You know, as long as you get a decent take or multiple takes, you can comp things together after you transfer it to, you know, digital. So,
yeah. Yes. So anyway. Yeah, and John Biel says he's in for that, man.
Oh, I'm out then.
So well, somebody.
What if it's just John Biel by himself?
I love talking about this stuff, and so yeah, we'll have to figure out something for that. But what? Oh, there's that. Oh yeah, welcome back, David Nesdall.
Thank you. Hey, thanks, Bruce.
Spruce.
So Johnny, what about Alex's drumming? Me and Dave kind of went over, you know, a couple little tidbits of things that stuck out to us over their huge library.
Really quick, Bill Spruce. No, Pro Tools on Black Sabbath was recorded. That's right. Although actually there probably was. It's just people weren't using it yet. Pro Tools has been around. That technology has been around for a long time, way longer than a lot of people actually think. You know, computers. Wasn't the internet invented back in the 50s?
Well, I don't know.
Or something?
Well, at least in the 60s, because I mean, we wouldn't have been able to have, rockets and all that stuff without computers.
Well, no, the internet.
Oh, the internet, yeah.
Mm-hmm. What? So what Alex Van Halen drums do I like?
Well, just, you know, something about it, either his playing or an album or a part on an album that kind of like sticks out to you or whatever.
Well, I mean, I some of my favorite Alex Van Halen drum parts. I always really liked the there's a certain drumming pattern that he would do at the end of was it Sucker in a Three-Piece? I think there was a certain, like the outro, like after the guitar solo, they get into this jam, and he starts playing this beat, and it always reminded me of Fleetwood Mac, of the drumming part, and Mick Fleetwood's was it "Go Your Own Way"? Like in the ending of that song, to me it was always similar to the outro part to Sucker in a Three-Piece. Can anybody relate to that? Does that make sense to anybody in here? Anyway, I always thought that was a cool part. And seeing again, it reminded me of some totally different music. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, John Biel. Yeah, that too. The AFU intro. That's another one.
How about the end? The very ending of "Fire in the Hole" is actually a different song, and Alex actually starts that.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to hear that song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was kind of like a blues rock.
Yeah,
like a heavy blues type thing. Mm-hmm.
Very Zeppelin-like.
Mm-hmm. That could have been something that was worked up for their follow-up record. You know, which I would love to hear.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know, man.
I would love to hear that. Van Halen. I wonder Was there a working title? Was there a name for that album?
I don't know.
I think there was.
Adam King, yeah, I'm okay. Just my dog had a mistake that I had to clean up, and it's kind of like making me sick, and I'm a little worried about her. So sorry about that, guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had to clean up rat guts.
Wasn't it a couple weeks ago though, or did it stay in the garage until?
What? No, it's every night.
Oh,
can we start calling it Rat Salad, like John Boulware's band?
Oh yeah, John Boulware.
Yeah,
John Boulware. He says, "Hope you're doing well, Dave."
Thanks, John, and thanks everyone. If I didn't catch you and you said something about it, I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hey. Halen was asking if you're okay.
Oh yeah, I'm okay. Just a little. You know what it is, how it is when you clean up after your dog.
You know, Vistalite brings up a great point. He says Alex has been a Ludwig and Pasty, however you say it, endorsee for 30 plus years. You got to give the guy credit for that. That is amazing in a day, you know, where everyone after a few years is switching companies, and you know it's amazing how he has been with the same two companies since, you know, shit. Well, that's a long damn time.
At least Ludwig.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Ludwig. I mean, 'cause that's what you always saw.
Wasn't there a moment...
I lagging out? Am I lagging out at all? Am I normal?
No, it's okay. It's okay. A little earlier, yes, but now you
like just fine. Now. Like my computer is doing weird things in the background.
You're good.
So, I mean, wasn't there a very, very quick moment where Alex was using PV drums and maybe even some WD for just like a second? Was there somewhere in the Van Halen 3, I kind of remember there being some PV drums for just a second.
Where'd you see them?
I don't remember. And for me to say, you know, because I know he's been with Ludwig forever, but for me to say that, I tend to remember there being him either a photo of him playing behind a PV kit, or maybe a WD kit, or maybe he was using some WD hardware. I don't know, something. I don't know. This is where my expertise is not. I'm not really, you know, I'm not really smart when it comes to drums. That's why I'm keeping quiet tonight.
Well. John BL. Johnny, show the Alex website.
I got that too. I've read that.
He's probably stewing in his seat. Just check the damn. I sent him the site. He's not checking it.
Yeah. This. The site shows every drum kit Alex ever used.
And we're thinking like, well, I wonder if he ever used this. I wonder if Ludwig was pissed when he was using the Simmons stuff. Was there ever anything about that? You know, if Ludwig was pissed because it's like, hey, on the albums, you're literally only using the snare drum.
Right.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think they would. I don't think any company, you know, when it comes to Van Halen, you know, they can use whatever they want.
Well, I could see a company getting pissed.
Is there a way to make it so you can see the full picture?
Is there a way to see that mustache?
Not on this channel. Huh? Well, I was showing the words.
Oh, there it is.
John BL has accounted for every single one of those visits. Just today.
Well, that's certainly not every one of his drum kits. That's maybe 5 different drum kits.
Well, no, this is just the beginning. When I scroll down, man, you're gonna see like everything he ever used.
When I scroll down, you're gonna shit your pants.
When I scroll down, you're gonna see everything.
Look at that kick drum. That's got to be 26 inches.
I'm glad you said kick drum. Look at that. Okay. All right. I guess.
Yeah, that right one is 26. Got to be.
Look at that. That's huge.
That one too. Jesus. When I was a kid, I'd go out in the audience and just stare at the drummer.
There we go. First thing I did was let my hair grow. Huh? But suddenly I realized, hey, this isn't right. There's got to be more to it. So look at that. Look at that. So it looks like, according to these pictures, Alex's first instrument was a xylophone, and Eddie's first instrument was a drum.
It was a rocking horse.
And a rocking horse. Look at those little... Are those little cookies they're eating?
What kind of cookies?
What are those called? There's those baby cookies that you get. Right, Jay? What are those things called? There's these baby cookies that you get. And they're really good.
Yeah.
Is that what
they look like those Pepperidge Farm cookies with the chocolate in the middle.
They're teething cookies, maybe. Although they look little. I don't know how old they are there, but anyway. Okay, let's see. Boner jams. Who are your Mount Rushmore of drummers? And yes, ladies, this flat top is real. Thank you, Boner Jam. Your Mount Rushmore of drummers. Okay, well let's do that real quick. Let's do that, and then we'll get to this site has a lot of stuff. So,
I can't do a drumming Mount Rushmore, man. It's too hard because I split up drumming categories. I mean, there's like rock drummers, metal drummers, jazz drummers. I think it's too hard for me to
how many faces are on Mount Rushmore?
4.
4? Okay. So who are your 4 favorite drummers?
Well, I don't think it's not favorite. I think it should be honestly what you think. The guys that kind of set the stage throughout history of like this guy was the first one to kind of bring it to this place, and then this guy took it to the next level, and then
but I don't have that knowledge with drums. I don't have the same knowledge that I have with guitar players.
Yep.
For me, it's got to be just my favorite my opinion of who my favorite drummers are.
Yeah,
I can give you my top 4 with today. I'm going to say Mike Portnoy, John Bonham, Buddy Rich, and
Keith
Neil Peart.
Okay. Yeah.
Neil Peart done.
As far as technical,
as far as different phases of Neil, like taken from like the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. That's the 4 phases on the drumming Rushmore.
Yeah, as far as technical, I'd say Neil Peart done, but I mean the heart of John Bonham. No, I don't think anyone has the heart that John Bonham had in the drums. I think
drumming, I think, is harder than guitar players for me.
I'll even go Ringo Starr. I mean, as if you listen to him, it sounds all right. It sounds kind of like he's not intricate, but he really was. You're just not a Beatle fan, dude. But
no, that was the sound of all those wine coolers crashing, breaking.
Look at this, Matthew Stewart. I heard your favorite drummer is Ringo at 7/8. I'll disagree about the Portnoy thing because I feel like I know this is kind of, maybe I shouldn't say something like this, but I feel like after Images and Words, Awake, and Change of Seasons, those 3 records, he's on top. Like, in my opinion, during that time frame, he was the best rock drummer.
I'm not just talking about that band, though. I mean,
I'm talking about him in general. And I felt like after that album, he kind of got like his drumming wasn't as original anymore. It's almost like if Eddie all of a sudden just did the tapping thing. That's kind of how I compare like what Portnoy ended up playing like after a while. I think he got a little too, I don't want to say lazy with his drumming, but just not as original anymore. He wasn't as unique in his playing. But that's just, like I said, my opinion.
Funny. Here's a funny thing. Joe Harvey says, "Don't sleep on Mitch Mitchell." Mitch Mitchell is Mitch Mitchell because of Jimi Hendrix. And do you know how often Jimi Hendrix was really pissed off at Mitch for playing the wrong shit? It was, he's okay, but it's not. He's not. He really wasn't great.
If you want to talk about drummers, is Jimmy still watching? Jimmy, what are your what is your Mount Rushmore of drummers? Because he's a drumming snob.
Oh, awesome.
Jimmy, if your shirt's on, you should come in here for 5 minutes and give us your Mount Rushmore and why. Only if your shirt, actually, maybe if your shirt's off, it'll be better.
Oh.
Joe Harvey and Ben Tom, yes, Billy Cobham, also amazing, and Dennis Chambers, also amazing.
Oh God, yeah.
That's why I'm saying you can, top four. How can you can't fit everyone on top four, and that's why it's got to just be an opinion because there's so many amazing drummers out there.
It's really impossible to really do it. I mean, I just feel like it's you have to kind of. You just can't pick who you think is the best. You got to pick the guys that are great, but also like made everything kind of step up and brought drumming to the next level.
Yeah, but also, I mean, the music, it's not just technical.
No,
right.
It's not.
It's the music.
But I think you should have both to be on. You should be considered at the time, like there's obviously different generations. So I think at the time period when you should be considered one of the best from that time, and also one of the guys that helped propel it to the next level.
Right. Matthew Stewart asked me if my thoughts on Ginger Baker. Also a great drummer. I love Cream. One of my favorites? No. I think a Mount Rushmore drummer? No, I don't think of Mount Rushmore. Although I believe he was the first to do double bass. Him and what's his name from the Who were the two first, I believe, to have two kick drums in rock.
Well, Keith Moon had several kick drums because he kept blowing them up.
Yeah, well, I mean, at one time. But
boom!
It's just again. When you're saying top four or Mount Rushmore,
just pick four.
It's two. Well, I did. I picked my four. But then when everyone's like, "Well, how about him? How about him?" Yeah, he could definitely be there. They can all definitely be there.
Okay, I'll pick my top four. Okay, Alex Van Halen. Happy birthday, Alex. I mean, like I said, for me, there's a top two. Alex Van Halen. There's Alex Van Halen, and there's Stuart Copeland. To me, those are the two.
How could you not say Stuart Copeland? I mean,
I can listen
to
anything that they do, and I mean anything.
That guy's meter is second to none. He's amazing, and the way he snapped the snare drum, killer.
He just put out a video. He just put out a video today playing, or was it yesterday? Playing this little instrument. He doesn't just play drums. He plays xylophone. He plays like if you remember,
Copeland's a composer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said composer, right? No. He's. I mean, for me, there was Alex Van Halen. For me, for guitar, there was Eddie Van Halen. Then there was Andy Summers. Same as drums. There was Alex Van Halen, and then there was Stuart Copeland. That's both those. All four of those. Yeah, all four of those musicians did a lot for me and music, and what I like.
Okay.
For me, the first name I'm putting or face I'm putting on there is Neil Peart, because just the generation that I'm from, and when you go to a Rush concert, when you look on the floor It's just the whole floor is air drumming, and
oh, I thought you meant if you actually look at the ground.
No. No, I think he, in terms of my generation, I think he was the most influential drummer, Neil Peart. Period. Whatever. He was the guy in the band. That. I mean, obviously, everybody in that band's great. Geddy Lee is a phenomenal bass player as well. But the guy in that band that everybody was just like, yep. Even people that weren't drummers loved Neil Peart. You know what I mean? That was like their favorite drummer. So that's when you're talking about guys that really, transcended their instrument, and other people, like with Eddie Van Halen, same type of thing. Guys that weren't guitar players knew Eddie Van Halen was the best, one of the best, if not the best. And I think Rush is the same type of band where you'd have other guys and people that even weren't like musicians themselves. Oh, Neil Peart, holy shit.
Well, I agree with you there, Jay. And when you look into I'm going to reiterate what you just said. When you look into the audience of a Rush concert or when a Rush song is on, you damn well know for sure that the people listening aren't playing air guitar or air bass or air singing. They're actually following the riffs that Neil Peart does. I mean, Red Barchetta, that whole solo section between him and the bass, I guarantee you anyone that listens to that song will air drum that riff correctly.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Yeah.
No one, unless you're listening to Rush.
Yep. So that I think that's a huge thing, is just transcending not, like the instrument itself and going to other people that, like I said, might not even be musicians, but they still play air drums to Neil Peart. And same like with the, In the Air Tonight, the Phil Collins drum fill. That's one of those fills for Phil Collins that people that aren't musicians still do that drum fill.
And I'm sorry, not Red Barchetta, YYZ.
YYZ.
That's what I meant, YYZ, yeah.
And that In the Air Tonight, that
everyone does that too. Everyone air drums that part where the drums come in. Yeah. Everybody. I don't care if you're not even a musician. When that song comes on, you're air drumming that part. Do-dum, 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 bop, bop.
Was that Phil Collins?
Phil Collins was a pretty good drummer.
Yes, it was. It was him.
Yeah. Yep.
He was almost in Van Halen. Sort of.
Really?
Phil Collins.
What else did he say? Oh yeah, happy birthday, Alex Van Halen. Yeah, that was him that said that.
Yeah, oh yeah, Phil Collins, Brian May, Pete Townsend, number of people.
Yeah. Speaking of Brian May, I saw the news last night, I think. Did you guys hear about what happened to him?
No.
I read a headline that he fell on his booty.
He was in a gardening accident. And he was seriously injured, right?
He's in the hospital, I heard.
He's in the hospital, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Brian May.
In the chat, what happened in the chat? What happened with Brian May? Brian May, Phil Collins, a number of people.
We wouldn't know what the hell. We didn't know what the hell we were gonna do. We flipped a coin. We both won. We wanted to keep Van
Halen. That's the way it was.
We did. It's so great, man. That whole video is just amazing.
But I
know. I think I'm not the biggest Zeppelin fan, but John Bonham is the same type of thing. Like, he had such a unique drum sound, and just people that maybe weren't, like I said, same thing with, he spawned a whole new generation of drummers, and same with Neil Peart, still spawning people drumming. So,
yeah. Well, I mean that's. Like it or not, it's because of the songs.
Like it or not, it's because of Alex Van Halen.
Yeah.
It's because of the songs.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. But you listen to Bonham and you hear that kick drum and the snare drum. I mean, just the way they're mic'd and the way he tunes them, everything about his sound, his attack, it's crazy good. Same thing with Pert, a different way, different sounds, but it's just crazy good. There's nothing bad about it.
Steve Carmichael. But see, you just said the way it's mic'd, you know?
The way it sounds live, the way you hear it.
Yeah, but the way it's mic'd, though.
Yeah.
You see, that doesn't necessarily have to do with him.
That's true, but I mean, it's but it's pleasing to the ear, and that's part of what makes you like it.
Well, hold on a second, because two things go into that. There's obviously the way the engineer sets up the mics, but if you put a different drummer behind that kit with the drums mic'd up that way, they're not going to sound the same.
Agreed. Agreed.
You'd get the same tone, but not the same style.
I understand that.
Not the same style.
But I'm not talking about other people behind his kit. I'm talking about him behind his kit.
Let's just all talk at once.
Drummers hit drums different, man. I know that. I mean, this is a stupid example, but
that style.
When we recorded the drums for the Gizmochi record in 2010, I sat behind the kit for a minute and was seriously playing. You know, as shitty as I am, but I still played. When I compared Jimmy behind the kit playing to mine, it sounded almost like a different drum set. It really did. Well, drummers hit drums differently, and like you said, the room might sound the same, but the crack of the snare is going to sound different. There's so many aspects to it.
But also, when I say the mic placement, if the mic placement is wrong, the drummer is going to say, I don't like the way that sounds. So, there's a lot of things that go into it, but I still think what I say about mic placement is valid, because if the drummer don't like the mic placement, it's going to be placed where he likes it. He or she.
Actually, there's robots that play now, so it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'll back up my opinion again. I mean, think of guitar, right? An electric guitar going through a distorted amp. You hand it to two different guitar players, it's going to sound different.
Absolutely.
Drums are an acoustic instrument, unless they're electronic drums. But for the most part, you sit behind a real drum kit. They're fully acoustic.
I love you, Jay. Drums are acoustic unless they're not.
Well, I know, but you know what I mean. If you're sitting behind a Simmons kit or a Roland kit, obviously. But you sit behind an acoustic kit, it's gonna sound different.
Well, let's take these. We all have one of these.
It's how you finesse the button, Johnny.
It's how you play it. Let's all play the same sound, and I'm being serious. This has to do exactly what we're talking about.
I can't. I threw mine against the wall in anger, and mine broke.
Oh, because of the smell?
No.
Because of the show.
It was one of those times I was really angry with you, Johnny. I threw that thing. No, I'm just kidding.
If I hear that goddamn again.
Okay, but hey, Jay. What button you want to push? Let's push Dave's buttons.
Please don't.
Okay, pick one. We'll each play it, and let's let the audience decide if it sounds the same to them or not. I mean, this is exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not the same thing because you're not. It's not because your finger. It's an electronic thing.
It's a programmed sound.
Yeah.
And the battery.
And in fact, it's the battery that makes it do what it does.
But wait.
You're sharp.
Play yours.
I'm flat, actually.
See, we're different. We're both playing the. See, this is exactly what I'm saying. We're both playing the exact, let's call these instruments, okay? We're both playing the same sound, and they both sound different.
Yeah, because the battery's lower on one.
But the battery has the same thing to do with let's say, the person. Let's say the battery in this little machine is a soul, okay?
I'll be right back. I can't.
See, does this make sense at all?
No.
Not at all.
No. John Ballware has a question. He says, for either of you guys, I'm sure it means all three of us, why do bands have two drummers? And the answer to that is quite simple: to make it bigger sounding, to make it less thin.
Bands that have two drummers in them?
Yes. If they're good enough to play in tandem with each other, it makes that twice as big sounding. Like the Allman Brothers, I couldn't think of hearing the Allman Brothers with just one drummer.
David Ennis, thank you so much, man. Thank you, David Ennis. Yeah. Trying to get to 7K now. So if you're brand new, if you're watching this, you can help us get there. And as far as two drummers, I don't think it's. I mean, yeah, you got the drummers that play the exact same thing together, and they got to be on. Because if they're slightly off, I've done jam sessions with two different drummers, and you're trying to play along with them, and if one goes slightly off than the other, it throws everybody off.
I agree. I wouldn't be in a band with two drummers that couldn't.
It becomes a huge mess, But I think if you got two drummers, they're probably playing, maybe the same stuff here and there, but probably different things as well. They're adding,
Yeah. I heard that whole thing.
That picture just said something. Is
that better? Well, I was watching a Pink Floyd live video the other day, and they had two drummers, and one guy was playing, the basic drum parts, and they had another guy up behind him. I almost think he was like standing up, and he had a bunch of cymbals and a bunch of toms and stuff, and he was more like doing the
percussion.
He was a percussionist doing the accents and extra stuff on top of the straight drum. But that you got to be on, man. You got to be real. Those two drummers got to be locked in.
They got to be locked up together.
They got to be like. They got to be sitting on each other's laps.
Yeah, what if you did have a band that had one drum set but two drummers? And they're both
I'll play the kick drum. You play the,
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, of course not.
Has anybody actually done that? I would actually like to hear that.
Yeah, Evo ate ya. Evo ate ya. Whatever. He said Prince did it with Sheila E. Yeah. Yep.
And they play drums together too.
Yeah. Oh, wow. She's a good drummer.
What
does that mean?
I think I saw her at NAMM.
I thought you were going to say Chipotle for some reason.
No. That's why I lost 15 pounds. I haven't been to Chipotle at all.
Wow.
It's cool. The stomach is way smaller. The back fat is gone.
The toilet paper is lasting longer.
Yes, it is. I haven't shaved yet, so there's probably only one chin there.
Maybe.
Good for you.
Bozique, hello.
Hey, Bozique.
Hey, Bozique.
We got 90 people in here on a great Friday night on a May 8th.
94. We were over 100 at one point.
Oh, that's right. I'm just looking at the YouTube numbers. I apologize.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's Facebook as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Han Solo.
See, I never saw the original video that's referring to, but I'd like to see that video.
I never saw that video either.
I refuse.
Never saw it.
I refuse.
Never saw it.
Fruitcake Tony's got something for you, Dave. He says,
I can't, other than Phil Collins, I can't think of any right at this second. I know there are a bunch of them, and once you say them, I'll be like, oh, yeah.
Sister Christian?
Oh, yeah, Kelly Keegi. Great drummer, great singer.
Who was the drummer for the Romantics?
I don't know his name, but he was one of the singers, but he wasn't always, in fact, I think he only sang that one song, What I Like About You. Everything else was the guitar player.
Wow. So their huge hit. I mean, obviously there's Talking in Your Sleep. That's a major hit as well. But
yeah,
What I Like About You is their biggest hit. Imagine, like the freaking drummer sing that song and it's the biggest hit.
Yeah. Yep.
He probably. Let's look that up.
Maybe he wrote that song. Maybe he wrote the song.
Boner Jams, the drummer from Mastodon. He does.
Don Henley.
Don Henley. Yep.
Better singer than drummer, though.
Brian May, Phil Collins, Don Henley, a number of people.
So we didn't know what we're going to do.
Then we flipped a coin and we both won.
We wanted to keep Van Halen.
Keep Van Halen. That's
what we did.
What I like about you,
Scotty and I are talking about, it's the Van Halen Unleashed MTV special from 1986.
Unleashed or the rockumentary from '89. It's both.
It's on there too. Okay.
Yeah, it's both of them. Writing and original version. What I like about you was written by. Actually, it was written by 3 of the members of the band. Boner Jam's best romantic song is "Talking in Your Sleep." That was the only song of theirs I knew for a long time. Probably because it was always on MTV.
Brother, the song guy asks, "What do we think of David Grohl's drumming?" Now, I think he's a good drummer, but I think his drummer,
Taylor Hawkins,
is a better drummer.
Yeah.
Thank you, Boner Jams. Taylor Hawkins, he's from the school of Stuart Copeland, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to bring up Dave Grohl when we were doing our Mount Rushmore of drummers.
You know, as one that's not?
He's
great. He really is great.
Oh, he's a great musician.
But
all around musician.
I think a better singer than a drummer, although it's really close, because he's a great drummer. I'm not going to say he's not. He's a great drummer and a very good rhythm guitar player, like seriously good rhythm guitar player, because all that moving around that he does, and he plays great chords that I can't. Some of them I don't understand. Some of them I don't know. You know, yeah, maybe some different tunings and stuff, but that's what makes him a great guitar player too. But ultimately, he's a much better frontman singer.
Do you have any Foo Fighters?
Yeah, I've got a few records from them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me to name them, but I have them, and I listen to the songs. Listen, it's I can't. I'm not gonna say that I know everything about everything. Just because I can't name albums doesn't mean I don't like the band.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Boner Jams. Yeah, that's how I first heard of Taylor.
Yes,
because of Alanis.
Correct.
Yeah, I had all that stuff.
I can tell what you had to eat when you're farting in your sleep. If I was going to do a cover of that song, that's what it would be. You guys don't know I have an alter ego. And I have a couple songs from this alter ego. And his name is Shitty Cent instead of 50 Cent. It's Shitty Cent. SCENT, And I've done a few tunes. I'll have to send you guys Yep.
Mm-hmm. 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 Or there might be some Instagram stories, maybe.
Well, I tried to upload one of the songs onto YouTube or Facebook, and it instantly got flagged because I used like the original backing track.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before you finished uploading, it was like
you should know. Yeah. That stuff, they take the stuff right down.
Yeah.
Right down. But yeah, one of the cool things about Instagram now and TikTok, I think, is any original music that you have out there, you have access to. And so you can put the stuff in your stories. Like I can search Johnny Beane on Instagram and an Instagram story and find my own music. And actually I did that last night as I was about to go to sleep and talk in my sleep last night.
Fart in your sleep?
I actually I did a story on my Johnny Beane Instagram and I inserted one of my own songs.
Wait, I thought you were talking about the podcast. Can you find episodes of the podcast and scroll through and find 15 seconds?
Here,
you guys BS.
No.
I'll try to find out.
Okay, you find out. I got to get to something real quick.
Okay, Joe Hervey asked me, what do I think Eddie Van Halen is doing right now?
Watching the show.
I think he's probably sitting in his bedroom watching tonight's episode of Miami Vice, which is where I want to be. Not right now, but after this.
Miami Vice?
No, Magnum PI, Miami Vice.
Magnum PI?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a new one?
Now. Yeah.
And it's good?
It's really good.
Is the song, is it a remake of?
It's a remake, but it sounds very, very similar. Just updated music.
The Mike Post?
Well, he wrote the original one, but I don't think it's him. I don't think he's has anything to do with the new one.
Did Mike Post do the new Magnum PI song?
It's just updated music, updated instruments.
Uh-huh. I thought
Johnny
we were leaving.
Beane, let's see. Fabulous Girl, Heavy Mellow. No, it doesn't have the
podcast.
The podcast. Where is it?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have that. That would have been cool if it did. Every episode pops up.
Well, I was gonna say, like, you can go to iHeartRadio, you can go to Spotify, or TuneIn or any of those, a number of places, and you can do, they can play like little samples, but I don't think you can insert them into stories.
Yeah, that would have been cool if you could.
5150 Fly Guy asks, what type of acoustic guitar is used on 316? It's a Gibson Chet Atkins. It's a very thin-bodied, solid-body acoustic guitar.
John BL says, yes, Mike Post did do the new Magnum PI.
Okay, cool.
And that's going to continue to be new until you use it. Right. Because I think you're all out of nuggets in front.
I am. From April 18th, 2018. That's when that episode is.
Out of nuggets? What?
Yeah.
I have no clue what nuggets is a code word for there.
No, it's cool, man. There's a lot of stuff that's
a lot of crap.
Hour and 39 minutes, hour and 53 minutes. Yeah, but everybody check out. I mean, I use Spotify, but everybody check out the Johnny Beane. Okay, put it close. Okay, now pull it away slowly.
That's where this audio will be later tonight. It'll be right there.
Reflections going on, man. Oh, it almost did it. Hold on.
By the way, that reminds me. You guys, everybody, leave some reviews. You can log into let's say if you go to Apple, well, maybe not Apple, you have to be logged into Apple, but if you go to Spotify, if you go to iHeartRadio, you can actually log into your Facebook accounts and leave reviews or leave comments underneath each episode.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I'd really appreciate all of that. And maybe anybody that does those, maybe some special shout outs. Okay, where's the other one? iHeartRadio. That's another one. And then also the Facebook page. I've had the Johnny Beane Facebook page for over 10 years, and there's been no reviews ever on there. And Charles Green left the first one last night, finally, after like 10 years.
Cool.
What do you write? This sucks.
That's very funny. Fruitcake Tony, I'll answer your question in a minute.
What was the review? First.
Hey, I mean, if you just want to go over there and leave, hey, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever, that's fine with me. It's all good. You can say whatever you want over there. It's just I'm looking to beef up the reviews.
Beef up.
Yeah. So again, would really appreciate it. The link is right there. Nightbot just gave it to you as far as the Facebook. And like I said, go over to the podcast on Spotify, on iHeartRadio. Log into your Facebook accounts, and you can leave comments underneath. Like, let's say tonight's episode right here. You can actually leave comments underneath the episode of the podcast. I mean, does anyone call you John? Yes, Boner Gems. Alex Skolnick has always called me John. Oh, wait, for you. Yeah, which I know Jay probably doesn't believe, but that's true.
I believe it. I call you John from time to time. Fruitcake Tony asked me, well, who's my guest next week? And he saw something for me on a Monday. Well, next Thursday, we have 2 guests on Nez Says. And they're local guys. One is a close friend of mine, and the other one is a close friend of Ty's. And the reason why we have that is because the heading of the show is going to be in the vein of boutique gear versus common gear, and will it get the same job done? My buddy uses only common gear: Fender, Gibson, Marshall, Fender amps, and Ty's guy uses only boutique guitars and boutique amps. And they both guys play 5 to 6 nights a week, of course, when we're not having this virus, but they gig several nights a week using that gear. And I think it would be an interesting show to talk about. She's not feeling well. She's really not feeling well.
Oh, Desiree.
What thing? And it's just, it's going to be, can you do the same work with common gear that you can get in any guitar store or boutique gear that you can't get everywhere? So there's that. And then Monday the 18th is going to be a big show. We're going to have Johnny Highland on. So
that guy's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. I saw him at NAMM.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart.
I heard he is
a really nice guy.
Yeah, I heard he is.
Awesome.
Sorry that I just derailed you guys.
No, dude, come on.
We're used to it. Don't worry. It's fine.
I derail a lot. That's my thing. I'm a derailer.
No, I've had to use the bathroom for like 20 minutes.
So go. We don't need you.
But no, I was gonna respond to the boutique gear or the common gear. Yeah, you can use any of it.
You can, of course, you can.
But the guys who use the boutique gear are they're snobs and they wouldn't touch the other stuff.
That's what I was gonna say.
So they wouldn't. They're like, great amps. You know.
You said you got the one guy who only uses boutique stuff. Is he the type of guy that's like, won't even try something that's,
Well, what I mean by boutique is, he still has, high-end Gibson and high-end Fender stuff, but I'm talking about stuff you can buy in any store. My friend Jim will use, he'll use a Mexican Strat if it's there, if it's around, or, even a Squire. If it's the guitar that's around, he'll use it and do a gig with it. Whereas
are Strats round?
What?
Oh man, that was a dad joke, Johnny.
Dude, come on.
Dude. I should have said that.
We still have this Alex Van Halen website to go through, and it's like 20 pages.
You better take that.
So, yeah, I got to get some more tea too. So
go pee and tea and come back. We'll see you in a minute.
All right.
John Bolwer asked.
No swearing.
That was quick. Son of a filth, Florin, filth. What was the young lady's name who replaced Tommy Lee in Motley Crue? What?
She was also in the band Hole.
A chick replaced Tommy Lee?
Yeah. Yeah, Tommy Lee wasn't in the band for a while.
Man.
And it was a chick drummer. And she was good.
Bri the Sign Guy says, Jay, if you ever play live again, open the show with me with the Mean Street intro. Not the way I played it last night. I shouldn't have played it on the Gem. The Gem's action is too damn close. And that song, the intro at least, is easier to play on a guitar with not, butthole close action.
Enough with the excuses.
Any deals on fleshlights? Joe Hervey wants to know. I don't know.
When did Joe Hervey become a troll?
I don't know, man. Man. It's fine. I think shit's funny. Anything else in here going on?
Steve Carmichael says Samantha Maloney. Maloney.
Oh.
Maloney.
That's so weird.
I'm not a crook. Joe Hervey says, I'm not a troll, Dave. I know you're not.
Now he's really trolling us.
Yeah. I turned him into one. You're a troll.
Well, if anybody in the chat didn't watch Dave and Ty's show from last night, Nez says, we had a good time. They were kind enough to ask me if I wanted to come on. And I must say we had a good time.
Yeah, we had nothing. We had no guests for last night, so
I turned them down last night. Actually, they told me not to tell you. Like, Dave, I'm going to see you tomorrow anyway, man.
Well, it's funny because, I don't know if I said this on the show last night or not, but last month, Dave called me in the afternoon and was like, "Hey, what are you doing on May 7th?" I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "Well, do you want to come on with me and Ty?" And I was like, "Who's the guest?" I was thinking they were having somebody on that I was like a huge fan of. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "Who's the guest?" Getting all pumped, And Dave's like, "You." And I was like, my first reaction is, "Why the hell do you want to talk to me?" But no, it was definitely cool. It was definitely awesome. And I appreciate it. Very much appreciate it.
Thrash Metal in front of us says it's called satire, Dave. Thrash Metal, I'm the guy with the microphone and I call it whatever I want. But I know you're right.
Where's your amp? Thrash Metal wants to know. My amp? Which one? My JMP1 is in a road case to my left. Ned is right there. Blech. Cat cam.
Welcome, everybody, to Ned Says.
Ned says.
Hey, Ned. What do you think, man?
Frag5150 says he's looking to buy a new guitar, but it's in Japan. He's nervous about getting it roughed up in shipping. Any thoughts or advice? Use
styrofoam.
The only thing pretty much that you're going to get roughed up on, unless it's an American guitar in Japan, is the duty tax when it comes to America. Other than that, if you're getting it through eBay or Reverb, you're covered. You're covered. So if God forbid it breaks, you're going to be covered for that. So I wouldn't worry too much about it, and worry more about how much you're going to pay to get it to the United States.
Yeah, because it's like a percentage of how much the guitar is worth, and there's no BS, and like you can't, because for instance, I had that guitar came here from Scotland, the Gem, so I had to pay an import tax, and it was like, I want to say it was like $240 or something.
Really?
Just for the import tax alone, yeah.
Wow.
And plus shipping, Shipping wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be either, which was real surprising.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Really?
Well, my next question to who asked that, Dave? Frag 5150.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know the person that is shipping it to you? And I know, like Dave said, if it's coming through a certain whatever, it'll be covered. But if it's a private sale or whatever, you know, I would just hate to see somebody order something and either it's not what they ordered or, you know, one of those.
Or it's not quite pink.
Yeah, not as pink as you thought it was going to be. Yeah, I was like, I wanted hot pink, and it was like as pink as Dave's shirt. That's
I gotta tell you, this is more salmon than pink.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What, the smell?
Oh man.
Yeah.
So
comments like that aren't going to get you invited to Christmas dinner, Johnny.
Oh, I don't celebrate Christmas.
You know, you get the do not, like like as is type of like, type of thing. Just make sure you trust the person you're getting the guitar from. And I mean, anything can happen during shipment. You know, they can hold it up at customs, tear the thing open, look at it.
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot, you know?
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, who said that? Who's saying all this stuff?
About what? Paul Stanley's chest hair?
No, about getting the guitar from Japan. Was that it?
Yeah, Frag 5150.
Frag. Well, if you're going through probably Reverb, right?
He hasn't commented since, so I don't know.
That's the place where everybody goes now. I'm sure they've got some sort of guarantee, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but you just want to make sure that you don't get screwed. I mean, even if it's like one of those things you're 50-50, you don't know. I wouldn't.
51-50?
51-50, then you're all right.
Frag. There you are. I see you.
Yeah, he says, I don't know them personally, but both on Reverb and eBay, so I'm guessing it's some kind of Japan retailer. And I got news for you. That guitar is probably 3 times overpriced because it's from Japan. Because everything that comes out of Japan is much, much more expensive than if you could find it anywhere else.
Well, that's the next thing I was going to say, because Dave had mentioned the import tax. Make sure that you are getting a good enough deal where once that guitar comes to your door and you have to pay an import, not even to your door, you'll get an email because you got to I had to fill out a bunch of crap to get that goddamn thing.
Unless it's an American-made guitar. If it's an American-made instrument, you won't have to do that.
That's true. Yep.
Even if it's from Japan?
Correct. It could be anywhere in the world. If it's an American-made instrument coming into America, you don't pay the import tax.
Yep, that's correct. But I know that I had to fill out a bunch of stuff, and it was borderline annoying. And then I had to pay. I got an email with how much I had to pay before the guitar even got delivered to my house.
Brian Spalding. Oh no,
Spalding.
I have a feeling. Well, first of all, you're half an hour behind us. Second of all, what are you watching over there, man? The 2 girls, 1 drum kit?
Yeah.
Be careful, man.
If it's from a retailer and it's legit, then I'm sure it'll be fine. I just, I'd hate to have somebody get something that's, number one, maybe a fake or something that's not what they really wanted.
The Chibson. Yeah.
Or a salmon color when you want vibrant hot pink.
Did you guys see the meme? The was it the Chibson meme today?
No.
The Stevie Ray Vi. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
That was the ugliest guitar I've ever seen, man. But when I saw that, I thought of Dave's guitar, though. That made me think of your guitar, that Strat that you have. Because didn't you say that was kind of that's kind of a combination of like
the vibe? The vibe.
Those 2 guitars.
Three guitars: Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Vi.
Where was that? That was Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it today.
Thank you again to Philip McKnight for telling me about that page when we were at the NAMM show. He was showing me the stuff on his phone, and he's like, "You gotta follow these guys." Let me find it. I'll show it. Chibson. Here it is. There it is. Oh my God. That's so weird.
Pull it up. Pull it out, Johnny.
I'm trying. I'm trying. It's too big. Okay.
Yeah. Look at the picture of Vi's face on Stevie Ray that's the best part. Man.
The left-handed Floyd Rose is getting to me.
I know. Look at that. It includes Texas Floyd. Texas Floyd
Rose. Oh my God.
Texas Flood Rose.
Texas Flood Rose. Look at that guitar. Oh my gosh.
I think that looks cool as shit. The one pyramid on the
That's very funny.
Whoever did that needs a raise, man.
This whole page is all this type of stuff.
Wait, go up real quick. The Ibanez logo with what was it? Keep going. There it is. The Chibanez or whatever.
Chibanez.
That's good.
Chibanyas.
Yeah.
Stevie Ray Vi.
I wonder is there any chance that Steve Vai retweeted that or reposted that today? Because that'd be good if he did.
He'd probably get one of his people to put a Pia guitar on there.
Is that an actual picture of him? Or is that a combination of him and
yeah, it's him and
Ray
Steve
Vaughan.
Ray. It's him and Vaughn. It's a snap. It's a Snapchat.
Go through some of the other posts real quick. Because if anybody doesn't follow this page, we highly suggest you do because it's got some funny stuff on there.
Oh my gosh.
Gibson USA.
Here, let me go. Let me find it. Oh my god.
Actually, more funny would be Chipson Madnusa. Made in USA, Madnusa.
What else you got? Uh-oh. Oh, okay, there we go.
Cash register wall pedal.
Look at the price on the bottom. It was $1,629 now. $19.99.
Oh man.
This thing really blows.
Yeah, there's so many. So many just weird. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh.
It's horrible. Look at the whammy bar. Yeah. It's the fireplace poker, yeah.
I saw this one the other day. This is pretty gross.
Ugh.
Toasted garlic guitar decks.
Kind of looks like the neck on your Music Man, Johnny.
Oh.
Which one? The bottom one?
Yeah.
What?
Get two
for the price of 3. Yuck. It's so gross. Yeah. Yeah, there's all kinds of just weird stuff.
Is that a gas pump guitar? Oh, capo guitar.
The prices.
Oh, yuck.
Not all heroes wear capos.
Look at this garbage disposal.
Guitarbage.
Yuck.
Oh God.
I didn't see that one. I missed that one.
That's gross. Guitarbage. Yeah, that was my website. Like 12 years ago was called Guitarbage.
Was it?
Yeah.
You should sue him. That's you. That's yours, Johnny.
Well, it was long time ago. Tone-tub.com. Yikes.
Getty Flea, Mick Richards, and Lemmy Harry. Look at that.
That's a nice guitar. Hordocaster. Man, Dave, you could have just that one guitar on your wall.
I could.
11 single coil pickups, 10 tone knobs, 5 volume knobs, 4 three-way toggles,
2 infringed patents.
You ain't hoarding nothing yet.
And a Johnny Beane in a pear tree.
Oh my gosh.
So that's funny, man. That's like genius.
Yeah.
Feet.
Yeah, all this stuff. Anyway. All right. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's pretty good, man. Fromunda cheese fretboard, Metal Soda says.
Wow. Happy birthday, Alex Van Halen.
And Joe Bonamassa.
Yeah, Clayton James Hicks was trying to get our attention earlier. We apologize for missing you. He was
Clayton James Hicks. 1998 Hicks. Yes, it is Alex Van Halen and Joe Bonamassa's birthdays. Well, Alex Van Halen, at least. Is that true?
Yeah.
Bonamassa, too?
Mm-hmm. It's 43.
Oh, man.
Bozique wants to know what that website was.
That was Instagram. Go to Chibson _ is it Chibson _ USA?
I believe so.
I think. Yeah.
Does it say who runs that page or designs all the stuff?
Let's see.
I want to follow that guy or girl.
They have a reverb store. It says they have a reverb store. No, it doesn't. I don't see any other accounts.
Be cool to buy those as like posters and put them on the wall.
Starving musician. Chips and dinners. Oh, gross. Oh, flying e-guitars. I gotta show this guitar real quick. These things are so weird. And then we still have to show that website.
You better hurry up.
Look at that. That's like those magnets.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? The Rivers Como series, signature series string Butler.
Say it is so.
Wow. Yeah, so you can just it's so weird.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, you can look at that site all day long.
All right, get to the damn Alex Van Halen website. Let's see what we got here. And have there ever been pictures posted of the drum kit during the 84 recording session?
I don't think so. I don't recall ever seeing any pictures. Well, no, that's not true. I think there might be a couple of pictures of Eddie from the studio from then. I don't remember seeing any pictures of Alex or the drums though.
Can we at least see another picture of him other than his sticking his thumb up his nose or whatever that is?
Huh?
Raise the thing so we can see some drums.
That's Eddie.
Oh,
that's
the hi-hats up his nose.
That's his first drum kit right there. It's a St. George. All right, so I'll scroll through this real quickly.
Who's that friggin' tall dude? The Trojan Rubber Company.
Look how tall he is.
Man.
I know a guy who was in this band, and we had dinner one night. And I showed him this picture. And he was pointing to every person that picture. He's like, that guy. He was telling me about he was telling me stories about all those dudes. It's like, I remember that guy and that guy. Anyway, so yeah, so there's the Black Diamond Pearl kit. There's an early picture of Alex right there with his kit. There's Eddie over there. Looks like a Les Paul. What's that amp?
Looks like a cabinet. I don't know. Could be an Ampeg, maybe, like a Gemini, Ampeg Gemini, something.
It looks like there's an amp on the front of it.
Could be.
Probably like a Supro or something. Man, that's cool. All right. Yes, I'll just scroll through these. And John BL, if you want to put the link to this in the Discord.
Acoustic 360 amp there.
Okay, so what were we saying? That he's always played Ludwig's. Oh, and so Dave, you said at some point he might have played a
PV, or maybe
PV.
Yeah, just like for a quick second. I mean, it wasn't anything
live or in a video.
I don't remember. I
don't ever remember seeing him play a PV.
We'll keep scrolling. Maybe we'll find it.
That's their dad right there on the left.
Who's playing guitar?
I don't know.
Maybe Al was just filling in for maybe that was his dad's group at the time or something, and he's just filling in.
Yeah. Early 70s.
Looks like somebody was in the bass drum there. Go back.
Yeah, that was Roth. That's Roth down there.
Looks like he's in it. Come on, Dave.
Man.
So, I mean, that he's playing Ludwig, and this is before they're signed or any of that stuff, and he's stuck with it, man. That's killer.
Yeah.
Killer.
Yeah, and look at that. That's the Explorer right there.
Mm.
Or the Destroyer, I guess.
Looks like a rock climbing wall behind the kit there.
Yeah, because that's like one of those like 70s. That's in Down. Okay, that's like a bar in Downey, California.
And it looks like that light right there is on a swing set. That's what it looks like it's on.
That's probably like the corner of the bar, right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You know, where there's like no stage. That's probably what that is. Okay, so here we get into the first album. You got the Ludwig.
Wait, somebody was touching Mike's amp up there. You see that? Oh no, that looks like they're. What the hell are they doing?
That's like a sound check. It looks like. Yeah, that's like looks like somebody like turning the amp up.
This is the last thing that guy ever did. is touch my amp.
And look at this. Eddie's wearing a Van Halen button.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
And there's the guitar that changed it all.
Mm-hmm.
The fire extinguisher.
So that's the recording of Van Halen 2 right there. Look at that. He's got chains across his bass drums. I think we've seen most of these pictures.
Seen a handful of them so far.
Yeah.
The two kicks together.
That's like a Guitar Center or something.
So they showed that kit throughout the years for a while, and now they're showing it on display. Okay. Now I get it. Did he actually ever hit those Octobans live? Or were they just aesthetic?
I think he did. Well, during that tour, I think there was a part where they all played drums. They all got up and all played together.
So then would that be the two that are on the right-hand side there? Maybe Eddie played those ones or something. And
Eddie would jump up there. Michael would jump up. Dave would jump up. They would all have drumsticks and they would all play. It was like maybe the middle of like Everybody Wants Some or something.
Ah, okay.
Well, that would have been later. That wouldn't have been 79. John Biel. Yeah. I know there's footage. There's footage of that though. John Biel, are you here? Is this site just like one page? If I just keep scrolling?
Look at Dave, man. Shit was cool.
Who, this one?
Him too.
Oh.
David Lee Nesdahl.
Oh, this guy. Yeah, look at that.
Yep.
Dang.
Yep. Instead of working on singing, he was,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine being the drum tech and having to set those goddamn kick drums up like that. Like, Alex, really? Dude.
Okay, this set is on display. I want to say at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, maybe. Yeah, and there's a Wolfgang guitar right there. That's on display as well. All right, so this site is 3 different pages.
Oh, that's the inside. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw one of what does this say?
Those are rototoms on top of those toms.
Yeah. Give them a little more body, I guess. Maybe they had the mics inside the shells, the big shells, and no heads on them. And it gave it that extra.
Extra stuff.
Yeah. Did Ludwig make the octobans as well?
I couldn't tell you.
Or was there a specific company? Because I know, like the Rototoms, what company made the Rototoms? I wonder if it was the same type of thing, like a specific company made those octobans. And
it probably says. We're just scrolling over all the words.
Yeah, words.
Oh, it's words. We like pictures.
Yep. And hey, if you want to find out the details of the pictures that we're looking at here, you can always go to this website, whatever it is.
AlexVanHalenDrums.com. Yeah, we're just quickly scrolling through.
Quickly.
Look at him. Look at Roth. What did Sammy call him? That Roth is silly. That's silly Roth. What does he used to say? Or what is he? That's silly Roth.
I don't know. Guitar Center in Hollywood.
Come on. Phone's blowing up here, guys. Take it easy, will you?
Comments. Wait, there's another page? Oh, okay.
Wait, where's all the John BL comments in there? I know they're there. They got to be there, right?
Ludwig Church organ kit in 82. Dang.
That's probably why he stuck with them till this day, because they were making stuff like that for him back then, when I'm sure it wasn't easy to make that type of shit. Ha! Swamp ass.
That's kind of a weird picture.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wow. Cool. Yeah. I haven't seen a lot of these. Yeah, I've never seen this one.
Yeah, I haven't seen those either.
That one, of course. Yeah, I had that poster.
There it is. The Simmons drums were on that kit on the right.
Right there.
Yep. That's probably when he started doing the dun 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 dun, you know, then
Yeah. Yeah. Joe Hervey, you can do exclamation point podcast. Dang, what was this? Oh, this is fair warning. Right?
I don't think so.
That's the fair, or is it maybe 84, I guess?
That's early 84.
Early 84?
Well, it should say it under it, right?
Yeah. 83.
Okay.
Us Festival. I've never seen this picture. Look at those drums.
Well, I mean, it's impossible to see that picture because, you know, the Us Festival show wasn't clear enough to see what the drums looked like.
That's true.
I don't think that's from the Us Festival though.
Maybe it's just him showing the kit that he was using for the Us Festival before. Maybe, you know, when they built it for him or something and they set it up. Maybe that's where that picture was taken from. I'm sure my brother had that issue. Oh, there's the pieces that were inside. There it is. Altec Lansing radial horns, which are the same type Alex used in his bass drums. Yeah, so that was all just for, you know, for looks. That's cool. We put it up for an AIDS benefit in 1992. Sold it for 32 grand.
Wow. Yeah, look at that. Oh, it's signed inside there.
Very cool.
That's cool. I've never seen that.
Me neither.
Kind of reminds me of the Rasta guitar.
The kit in part acquired by the Hard Rock Cafe. Seoul, Korea.
Now those are the 1984 kicks. Actually, is that 1984? You think?
That's yeah, yeah. That looked because of the lighting. It looks like maybe the Jump video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it says. Yeah. And the one thing I'll give Alex, man, is he was always doing new stuff to his kit, different looks, different setups, different drums.
That looks like Balance right there.
What?
This photo right here looks like it's from Balance.
No, that's from the Jump video.
It is? Oh, yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, look at Mike Anthony with that shirt. Yep.
Those glasses are the best, man. Those look like the Terminator there.
Yeah, that was like from the photo shoot for that Ludwig ad. There's an ad, either for Ludwig or for Pasty. Oh, I think that's the picture I used for this video.
Is it?
Yeah, right there.
Look at that damn thing, man. Jesus.
A replica of the 84 kit put together by a fan. Is it John B.L.?
Yeah, that's a mini kit.
Is this a miniature?
It's a 124 scale mini kit done by John B.L. Very good. Way better than the 5150 stage.
Wow. Where's that? Is that in Florida? Is that Florida? Tampa. In Tampa, they got his drums up on the wall there.
That's neat. What does it say about the? Uh-oh.
Huh? Which one?
What did it? Yeah, below that picture. What does it say? Something about the display is not the full kit used during the '84 tour with none of the Simmons drums. Only 2 of the 4 bass drums, minus the 8 horns, and no stands or hard. Okay. That's cool that it gives the details that, like, hey, not everything, and they know what wasn't there. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very detailed. Yes, the 5150 kit. Those red tubes, man. Oh, that's it for the 5150 kit? Man.
This is a cooler kit anyway.
Man, that's huge.
Man, his hair grew quick.
I turned around and it was the back of his head I was looking at.
Yeah. Where's the band? Oh, there they are. Well, man, his hair grew quick.
Wow.
Power.
Cool.
So if anybody's just tuning in, we're on a website that John BL sent in called what? Alex Van Halen Drums?
It was, but it went to a second page and it's a totally different address. Oh no. It says not secure.
Uh-oh.
Blah 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 blah. Oh, apparently the site is in Australia.
So it'll just
according to this.
Yeah.
Something.com.au. Look at that.
I know, man.
Dang.
Hey, I'm up here.
Wow. So these are stills from the Japan '89 video, obviously.
Look at those marshmallow wristbands. Doesn't it make you want to eat s'mores, roast some marshmallows, man? Look at those things.
Yeah, so here's the site we're looking at.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I always thought this was kind of a weird ad. Do you guys remember this one?
Mm-mm.
If you look at this, yeah, it's a pasty ad. Look at the guys in the background.
Yeah.
I always thought it was just kind of strange. You know, here's
so you
Alex.
mean usually in a endorsee ad for a company, it's just them, right? Or it's just the artist.
Well, look, he's all serious up here, and here the guys are back here goofing around.
Oh,
you know, I always thought it was really weird. Oh, it's a pasty ad, yeah. Pasty ad in '88 featured, yeah.
And it's cool that Ludwig was able to have their name in there as well, because a lot of companies won't do that. Like, let's say a guitar player is endorsed with, Ibanez and Marshall or something. You know, unless they're one of those top dogs, they won't be able to be in an ad with, showing off the hell am I even talking about? Never mind. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're. No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that's Alex Van Halen, and he can use anything he wants.
I wonder whose idea it was to sit back there and basically photobomb him while he's doing a photo shoot,
It says it's an '88 ad. I think it's later than that. I think it might be a 90, 91 ad. Possibly.
You judging from Mike from his
I'm judging from Mike, but also I remember seeing this ad originally. And I remember the magazine that it came out that I saw it in was around 90, 91.
Mm-hmm.
It actually might say, it would say right here. Yeah, Bray, California. Oh yeah, you could get, this was a poster. You could get that as a poster.
And I always love when they do the setup, the drum setup on there, the top-down diagram of how everything is set up. And you can look, lettered and numbered of what is what. So if you wanted to call up, the company,
yeah,
those symbols, you can get his setup.
Yeah, or just replicate his setup with your own drums.
Yep. Yeah, I guess most people can afford that, It's like freaking
but it's
$20,000 worth of shit there.
It's like us, looking at a picture of somebody's amp settings.
Yeah.
That's kind of what that is.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, guitar players do the same thing. Like, oh, this guy uses this, so I'm going to try it, and I like his sound, and
Is that all there is on that page?
We'll get to the PV set.
I'm tired. That's all.
Okay, you can go.
Thanks, Dad.
Well, I mean, it's the guy's birthday.
Wait, here we go. On the recording, we're talking about Andy Johns and stuff. Was it last week or whatever? We used 23 mics on the kit. Nothing was any closer than maybe 6 inches away. I actually wanted the stuff further away, but Andy, being an engineer, typing human, I wanted a little bit of isolation. I want a little bit of control. So no, you can't patch. You can't glue two of them together because you'd hear it. It's different if you mic up. Why am I reading it out loud? Everybody can read it.
You can't glue two of them together because you'd hear it. It's different if you mic up close or use an electronic device to make a simulated room sound. Yeah. Then you could do that. Then you could do it. Then you could do it. A number of people. Brian May, Phil Collins, Pete Townsend. Number of people. So where are we? 1991. I think that picture's later. I think that's like 93. Oh.
The hell?
That's Eddie jumping.
Yeah, that's awesome.
This might have been the Dallas free show, maybe.
Well, it's the end of Pound Cake at any rate.
I had this magazine. Huh? They got Sinatra's drummer in here.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to see different setups, man, all the time. Pretty neat.
Look at that. You got circles. You got it's mostly circle. I just realized drums are all circles. You got the cowbell. Simmons pad number 10. Oh, you got the Simmons pad there. The cowbell here.
Well, that's cool, man. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, where is it? Remember years ago we were dissecting this picture here because there's another picture with a PV Wolfgang photoshopped into Eddie's hands.
Really?
In this picture. Yeah. Yeah. Like done professionally. I remember we had talked about it at one point. You know.
Wow.
I could actually find it.
Was it a good job?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the company must have done it or something.
And back then there was no Photoshop.
Yeah. Yeah. I can probably find it. Unless John Biel, I don't think we knew you then. It was several years back where we were talking about it. But I probably do have the pictures. Probably in my favorites. I actually, if I went to my Instagram.
Well, Dave's right. It is getting late for me too. I got to put Ellie to bed in a few minutes. But okay. I definitely want to see that picture and compare them.
I actually might have it right here. I know I did a side-by-side comparison of them and I put it on my Instagram at one point.
There's still 82 people watching you look for a picture. That's amazing.
Hey, I see 84.
I know.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll find the picture and I'll put it on Discord. I'll put it maybe I'll Instagram it. Maybe I'll put it in my stories.
Yeah, do that.
I'll do that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, I think we're almost done. Okay, we're at balance. I'll just scroll through.
We're at the end of Van Halen here.
You got the ambulance tour.
Mm-hmm.
These are screenshots. Okay, 3.
All right.
Oh, but there's a John Bonham's site as well. All right, Van Halen 3. I'll just scroll through this.
Oh, geez.
Looks like he used the same set for 2004. Okay, here's 2015.
No,
Was it
2007?
27? Yeah, I've okay. 2007.
That's 2012.
Huh. Look at
That's
that.
funny.
Oh yeah, the Alex Van Halen snare drum. That's right. You got Cafe Wah. I remember they were doing a live feed for that show. I was all ready to tune in and watch it. The camera looks like that. It was right focused on his drums. And I remember when they were supposed to start, like the feed like shut off or froze or something, and it never went through. I couldn't believe it. All right, so here's 2012.
12.
It's like the same kid as the 84 kid.
Oh, that's a nice kit right there.
Oh, there's the throne. The throne of Reverend Al. Right there. Happy birthday. Oh, and there's a set list over there. There's the one that I saw.
That's cool.
I saw this kid at the NAMM show, and there's a video. I'll put a card right up there of my video filming that kit. I filmed it from like every angle possible. You got the drumsticks. Practicing. Yeah, there's that ad right there. Since 1974.
Wow.
He played Ludwig's. So that's
46 years he's been with Ludwig? Or at least played them.
Since the beginning of Van Halen.
Yeah. Well, look at Dave.
Yeah. There's the Loss of Control video where they're all dressed up as doctors. Now that's the footage. Everybody wants to know, what is this? What's this from?
Why is he covering up the...
It's 82, first of all. It's got to be...
it's fair warning.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
But why is there tape over the... I'm assuming those are Ludwig logos on those bass drums.
I would assume that they're not. That's not his set.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's somebody else's kit. And
that's somebody else's kit for a music video shoot.
Yeah, Tama or Pearl or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because look at Eddie. He's wearing the fair warning getup. Yeah. I've always thought maybe this was a video for Sunday afternoon in the park, because it was filmed outside. And I want to say, John B.L., wasn't that a single at the time? Wasn't that maybe a B-side? Wait a minute. Does this actually say what that's from? It is rumored this photo is supposed video shoot 81. Song is off Fair Warning. Supposed to be Unchained. Okay, that's possible. Could have been for Unchained.
Slingerland double kick.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. There's Eddie with the Steinberger bass. You can see there's his Simmons drum kit right there.
Wow, man.
That's the 84. That's the 84 kit.
So there it is.
Look at that.
Those cymbals are like on top of them.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at the Frankenstein sitting right there.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of the pictures I was talking about of one of the only known pictures of Eddie from like the 84. Did I say 84? The recording of maybe 84. I think that's what somebody asked earlier. Yeah. Andrew Van Halen in the 1550 studio, mid 80s. I think it's
finished where you started.
Earlier 80s.
Next one is finish what you started.
He just said it's possible that the kit Alex used to record the 5150 album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that picture is 83, 84. Right there. I want to say that picture is 83.
I gotta go.
Yeah, me too. I'm exhausted.
All right, I'll finish this.
Okay.
All right, guys, take care. See you later, everybody.
Good night, Dave.
Night.
Good night, everybody.
Jay, night, Johnny. Night, Jay. Night, everyone in the chat. Night.
Good night.
Good night, John. That's my favorite picture so far. Is this one, by the way?
Yeah, I like that picture.
Yeah, I've never seen that, and that's cool. But anyway, all right, Johnny. Good night. I'll talk to you later. Good night, everybody in the chat.
I'll see you tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, tomorrow. All right, I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere, you guys. Yeah, John Biel, the wildlife. Yeah, I always kind of thought maybe this was during the wildlife stuff. That picture right there. You got finish what you started. You got pound cake. The video, anyway. Run around. Rock Walk, Guitar Center. It's like 92? 91? June 15th, 1991, on my birthday. This was on my birthday. Although today is Alex Van Halen's birthday. That's from the Dreams video at the Whiskey in 93. Oh, that's cool. Reverend Al's Big Ride. Look at that. By the way, leave a thumbs up, you guys. Subscribe if you're brand new. And again, this is a podcast on iHeartRadio and Spotify. You can leave comments within the podcast if you log into Facebook. Humans Beane video shoot. A drum storage room believed to be Alex's basement at the time, showing parts of the various kits he has used over the years. Some of these have been sold or put publicly on display or around the world. That's cool. Man. That's the Alex Van Halen snare drum. That's for sale. The Ludwig Alex Van Halen signature Superphonic snare drum. Wow. Okay, I think that's it for the site. Very cool. John Beal, thanks for sending this, man. You got comments? John Beal, thank you so much. Wow. Okay, I guess I'll be saying goodnight. Before I do, like I said, this is a podcast. Where's my let's see. Put in some of the commands. And yeah, you guys, you can put all these commands in the chat yourself. Down in the description below, you'll find a bunch of different ones you can put in. But yeah, leave a thumbs up like John BL. Thank you again to everybody for watching tonight. And yeah, Joe Hervey, it's exclamation point podcast. And then really quickly, it looks like I'll be on a show tomorrow. I don't know what it's called. Are you guys still watching? I'll put it on the community tab. I'll put a link to that. It'll be sometime in the afternoon tomorrow, and then of course Saturday night with John BL tomorrow night. And then actually, I owe you channel members. I owe you guys a video. I had talked about this the other day on the community tab. So right after we're done here, I'm going to go live for the community members for a few and do a post show. Okay. And if you would like to be a community member, a channel member, there's the link right there. So let me do a quick. Should we do a raid real quick? Is there anybody on? I'm on. Is there anybody else live? Stafford's Music Studio is live with Joe Wentz and R2R3. Let's do a quick raid over there. Let's do a quick raid. Oh, hang on. Let me grab that. Copy. There it is. All right, jump over here. Say hashtag Johnny Bean Raid in the chat. Actually, I'll put for all. Crazy Cook 678 new member. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining. You are now a sponsor of the channel. Thank you so much. And thank you for subscribing. Golly, I'm Gully. Thank you. All right, there's the link. Let's go over and do a quick let's see, leave studio. Let's do a quick raid over there.
But and then there's the other thing of they might have grew up in an environment where they didn't have to work, they didn't have as many hours. Now that other people say they still would find that time to do it. Well, you can read stuff on Soquel where he practiced 12 hours a night. Well,
I see relaxed brain over there.
You know, only so much information, so much. So I mean, yeah. But that is what makes those virtuosos, right? I mean, they have that extra drive to. They gave up all their things at a younger age or whatever, and it's like that's not normal, but that's what they did, and it's phenomenal. I mean, I would love to play 10 hours a day, but I would lose my job because I wouldn't even be able to sleep.
White Bailey, metal soda.
When you get older and have responsibilities, and you have a job.
Right,
Kelly, Fruitcake Tony.
We got some people in the chat. Diamond Dave, how you doing, man? Happy Friday.
Diamond David Lee Roth.
Diamond Dave,
what's going on, man?
Zach Thong.
Relax, brain.
Collie, I'm gully.
Johnny Beane, Joel Hervey, 84. What's up? Ballsack. Kelly. Hey, Kelly. Happy Friday. Fruitcake Tony. Yes, sir. So, yeah, I mean, that is definitely what separates the...
All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Crazy Cook 678. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Thank you. And again, I will be doing a special video for the channel members in a few. You will see the link in the community tab on the channel here. So that'll be in a few minutes. And then I'll be live tomorrow. I'll be on another show. Again, I'll put the link in the community tab for that. And then we'll be doing Saturday night with John BL tomorrow night. So thank you for watching, everybody. Keep rocking. Happy birthday, Alex Van Halen. And channel members. Let's see, where are we? Thank you so much. Charles Green, Fruitcake Tony, Charlie S., Mike Neese, Mickey Settlemeyer, Joe Christian, Lenny Lou, Bozique, Robbie Johnston, False Flag, David Ennis, Michael Smith, Hal Face, Some Dave Dude, James Gum, Mr. BHB Jr., Frag 5150, William Spruce or Bill Spruce. Thank you again, man. Frank Corcoran, Thomas Santiago, Fender Guru, Music Therapy Laz, Ghost BC Rich, Hugh Caldwell, Jim Nicholas, Connor Johnson, 5150. And let's see. Crazy Cook 678. I'll add your name. Thank you so much, man. I'll write it down. There we go. Your name will be now on the channel members section. Gary. I'll be live with Gary Tholander tomorrow. What's your show called? I'll put a link to that in the community tab. And again, I know Greg Runoff, he had to reschedule tonight's show. He will be back. So look for Greg Runoff very soon. And then, is this next week? There we go. May 15th. Yeah, next week. Tyler Morris will be here. And we'll be talking about his music. And he's a very cool dude. Very cool. Thank you so much, everybody. And again, channel members, watch the community tab within the next 10, 15 minutes. I'll go live for you guys and do an after show. So thank you for watching, everybody. See you guys later. Johnny Beane TV. Good night.